Undoubtedly, the holy grail for any aspiring solicitor, the training contract is your gateway to becoming a practicing lawyer. As with anything in demand, however, the competition for the 10,000 or so places each year is extremely fierce. With that in mind, All About Law quizzes the legal graduate recruiters tasked with deciding whether or not you're suitable for a training contract with their firm.
The training contract is simply the name given to the 2-year training programme that you have to go through to qualify as a solicitor. During the training contract, the SRA, the Solicitors Regulation Authority, requires that you pass through at least 3 distinct areas of law. So you will tend to find that firms will structure their training contracts in a number of individual seats.
It's an opportunity for you to really learn on the job so that you are practicing to become a solicitor at the end of the 2 years.
For us, the things that really stand out for a training contract application are somebody's ability to put the time and effort into an application form. I know students always think that there is one key thing that makes somebody stand out. I would say there probably isn't. Those people that really stand out are those that have taken the time and the effort and put that into the application form.
A lot of people can say BLP is a large international corporate law firm, but to show that you've done more research, talk about awards, talk about recent deals we've been part of, talk about the partners, etc., that have been in the news talking about the legal sector, that shows you've just gone that little bit extra than just our website and doing your research.
Enthusiasm. It just comes down to everything. If you can sort of put aside the time to really research a firm well, get to know us throughout your undergraduate studies, and then show that in your application form. So show you've done your research, show us how passionate you are for our areas of law, where in the world we have offices, even particular partners maybe you've been following on different transactions. That will really make you stand out. It shows us that you're not using the same application form for different firms, and that you've really thought about what type of career you want and why we fit in well with that.
What stands out for me on a CV is, to be quite honest, the clarity of what you've written down. The ability to read it easily, to understand your life story, not having gaps in terms of years or periods of time. Because that would all mean that we would have to explore that at interview. And to me, that's slightly wasted time at interview.
More firms now are offering opportunities for first years, whether that's an open day, skills workshops, short work experience schemes. But if nothing else, in the first year you can collect information, start talking to other individuals and just finding out more about the market and the differences between firms. I think it's never too early to start looking and gathering information.
Every law firm's process will be slightly different, but for Olswang, you submit your application online through our online system. You just need to attach a cover letter and a CV and answer a few brief questions. Your CV and cover letter will then be screened by our team, and if you're successful, you will have to complete a psychometric test. And as long as you meet the required benchmark for that, we'll invite you to a first round interview down in our London offices. This will be conducted by a member of HR and will be competency based. If you're successful at this stage, you'll move forward to the final stage, and that again will be at our London offices. It'll involve a partner interview, again competency based, a commercial awareness exercise and some form of written assessment. If you're looking for a training contract, you should ideally be looking to apply in the penultimate year of a law degree or the final year of a non-law degree. That's because most firms are recruiting 2 years in advance, and that fits in with the academic timescales. But don't panic if you don't fit into those particular brackets, because law firms will still look at you even if you, say, are in your 3rd year of a law degree.
You need to think about the type of culture you want to be involved in. What type of firm do you think you want to be in the middle of? Do you want to walk into the high buildings in Canary Wharf, or do you want to work within the city itself and have that more banking environment? And for others, you may actually like the smaller culture. You may want to have a smaller office environment and only be one of a few trainees. So you really need to think about what suits your personality as to where you like to work.
Students should also consider the size of the training class and the sort of work you will be receiving as a trainee. Will you be working alongside clients, being in client meetings and working on deals, or will you be hidden away from that?
I think when you're deciding where to apply, you really need to do your research. It can be overwhelming because there's so much information, and I think often lots of firms look quite similar on paper when you first start, but there are lots of real differences. So I think you need to ask yourself some questions about what you want. Do you want to work for an international firm? Do you want the chance to go abroad on your training contract? Do you want somewhere that's big, small, medium-sized? What kind of clients do you want to be working for? What kind of training contract do you want in terms of flexibility and in terms of the different areas that you can sit in?
It's incredibly important that the firm that you work at is a place that you're going to enjoy and that you feel comfortable there and you like your working colleagues.